Israeli President Isaac Herzog has arrived in Australia, visiting Sydney's Bondi Beach to honor the victims of last year's deadly terror attack that left 15 people dead and dozens wounded. At a memorial ceremony overlooking the beach, Herzog laid a wreath and met with victims' families, describing the attack as not only a tragedy for the Jewish community, but an assault on democratic values shared by Israel and Australia.
These vile terrorists specifically and deliberately targeted our sisters and brothers, Australian Jews. Yet, this was also an attack on all Australians. They attacked the values that our democracies treasure: the sanctity of human life, the freedom of religion, tolerance, dignity, and respect.
The four-day visit comes at the invitation of Australian leaders and is aimed at expressing solidarity with the country's Jewish community and strengthening bilateral ties. Authorities deployed thousands of police officers across Sydney as large protests were organized nationwide, with demonstrators criticizing Israel's war in Gaza and accusing Herzog of being complicit in civilian casualties. In several locations, tensions escalated, with police using pepper spray as protesters attempted to move beyond designated demonstration zones. Despite the unrest, officials said security measures were necessary to ensure public safety during the high-profile visit. Anti-Israel protesters also gathered outside the historic St. Andrew's Cathedral in Sydney, chanting for an intifada. Herzog, speaking at the ceremony, warned that the rise in anti-Semitism following the Bondi attack reflects a broader global trend requiring international cooperation.
Anti-Semitism here in Australia is not a Jewish problem. It is an Australian problem and a global problem. I welcome the positive steps already taken by the Australian government to tackle anti-Semitism since the Bondi attack.
Herzog is expected to continue his trip with meetings in Canberra and Melbourne, with officials saying the focus will remain on honoring the victims, addressing anti-Semitism, and reinforcing long-standing ties between Israel and Australia, even as a public debate surrounding the visit continues across the country.